My music is a mixture of contemporary sounds inspired by a lifelong pursuit and study of music from my heritage and around the globe, with the ethos of jazz as the binding thread. I want my love for improvisation and a keen focus on melody, groove, propulsion, and group dynamics to take center stage and redefine what the flute can achieve in a contemporary music setting.
The melody can be, we can go gentle, more gentle, because this I kind of envision it to be like cruising.
What's the meaning of
Happiness.
suka?
Happiness.
Is it suka?
Suka, yeah.
Suka.
What language?
Suka, like or suka.
Sanskrit.
Suka, as in like or it's not Hokkien or it's not Hokkien lah. Oh, it's like suka like yeah.
That feeling is nice, but it's just that I need to like sit in it, you know what I mean?
Always to keep between, right? Then maybe the last one, we should just extend it a little bit more, like.
So we're working on the music. Flying this Thursday, playing one set of 45 minutes. So we really need to, at this point we are planning the repertoire because I think it's crucial that we make it feel like a concert, because it is a concert. And I'm thinking of flow, I'm thinking of how one piece can lead to another.
I'm not thinking about like how to approach it. I'm just like trying to channel the energy and just react to it. Yeah.
I think just listening to what everyone is doing and then seeing how to work around that while adding our own influences lah. I think that's what everyone's trying to do all the time. I think when you find people that you have a connection with is special lah. Yeah, so it's like first time you play, sometimes you just feel that connection, and I think that this band we have that lah.
Yeah, I guess playing the music, reacting to what everyone's doing, and also trying to contribute in some way using a guitar for my case.
This is one of the easiest bands to play in because everybody is strong. So all I need to do is let loose, try and free myself from having to think too much about everything and just ride on everybody's abilities. And I think so far it's been a wonderful experience trying to do that because just because this band works so well together.
Is this a picture or video?
Video. You must pretend like nothing is looking at you.
Pretend nothing.
Just be yourself.
I'm not very good at this kind of thing.
Yeah,
very
just
awkward.
be
Very,
yourself
very,
and do
very
your thing.
awkward.
It's going to be a fun trip, and we're going to make some good music and have a good time. We have arrived at Vientiane. It was quite a smooth trip. We're gonna check out this place for the first time. I have not been here before. It's quite exciting. We're gonna check out the hotel and grab lunch and discover the area. Yeah.
Hokon.
Itchy.
Oh, first time.
Small suitcase not something.
腰 form 嗰啲嘛，佢話腰可可紋細咗啊？
Amazing, bro. Not hot, bro. Amazing.
Jazz music at its original days, you know, it's always small venues, so it's more intimate, and the audience they get to witness what the musicians are doing on stage, like really close. So everything is more intimate, and we can hear each other better.
Color, you scared? No, red lah.
No.
Come here. Must copy red one. Copy. Get a red lah. Red, you know this.
How did I get into the style of music that I'm playing? Wow. I did not get into the style of music. At least it wasn't a conscious choice. Right? What you do is you see at a certain stage in your musical journey, things are very hard to get. New kinds of language or new techniques are harder to get there. So you just work on the one that interests you the most, right? And then eventually that becomes part of your whole bag of tricks, and that kind of makes up your language. So, right, that's more or less it. It's not a very directed process, but you just go for whatever you feel is the most important to you at that point. Yeah, that's it.
Listening to lots of different music since young, and so I had a lot of influences from classical music, jazz, traditional music, and all of those stuff. So right now I feel that I'm at a point where the influences are starting to come together in a meaningful way, and for me that is through compositions. So I hope that I hope to write more music that reflects that various influences that I had growing up, listening to different kinds of music, and I'm glad that we have this platform to showcase some of it this time here at Vientiane.
I think it's just all the influences, like over the years you pick certain artists or people that you follow and things that you like to listen to, and then and all your experiences, and I think that makes your sound. Yeah, so I don't think of it as like playing a particular style like jazz or whatever. I think of it as everyone having their own sound, and I think of everyone's sound as like a collection of your experiences. So like music or otherwise lah.
The sound of the instrument have always captivated me since the beginning. So I think learning to play the flute, it's quite an easy instrument to pick up, but to take it to the next level, it requires a lot of hard work. But it's fun for me. I enjoy the hard work, and each time I get to a certain stage, I feel like okay, I want to be able to get to the next stage. Like in terms of developing my sound, or developing my concepts, or developing language on the instrument, like being able to improvise on the instrument and not just to perform the classical repertoire. So I kind of think that it's going to be a lifelong pursuit for me, which is it just gets more engaging and more fun by the day. Hello, I am Rit.
I'm Jimmy. Stage manager.
Jimmy.
You're welcome there for a good gig. Sure. Huh? So okay, you have 15 minutes to prepare your stage.
Here's the price. Okay.
After you wait for the technician a little bit for the sound check. They have a tablet, so they can check the sound for you directly. You have just to ask them. There are two guys. Okay. So you ask the question. That's what you need exactly. Okay. You will be.
I didn't expect it to be like that, but this is like not a typical festival setting. I feel it's nice.
It's an amazing venue, right? I mean, it's not. It's nothing I've ever played at before. It's a circus, right? So you have. It just feels a lot more fun to be playing in a place like this than an air-conditioned and cushioned place.
Just a bit more.
That was a pretty intense sound check. Almost felt like the real thing.
You never know what will happen during the actual show, right? So you just have to, when you're given an opportunity to play, to sound check, I just had to go for it, so that I have a feel of the venue, and I have a feel of everyone on the bandstand with me. I get very excited by the instruments in the different countries. Wow, sound like kids. Woody Shaw, Kenny Garrett, and also Avishai Cohen, the bassist. I love his compositions, and some of it a bit of the influence was from listening to his music.
First would be Chris Porter, because no matter where he stands, he always practices, and I think that's very rare in a.
Chris Porter for me too.
Yeah. Wow. Watch it. Then because of what Rit said about Avishai, actually I am quite influenced by Anat Cohen, the clarinetist, because she's very natural. Like when she plays, it has both the substance, but it's also very appealing, and whatever she plays, she can make it sound good, whether it's Brazilian or New Orleans kind of stuff. Yeah. And then the last one, I guess I still listen to a lot of Brad Meldau since from long time ago and now, and I'm inspired because he always picks up new material effortlessly. He always channels his talent to do a lot of different kinds of projects. So he's not always in one box.
Yeah.
First one would be Brian Blade lah, definitely Brian Blade. Just because he is a painter, I like drummers who paint like different things, Next one is Chick lah, definitely Chick Corea. I think Chick, how to explain why do I like Chick? I don't know how to explain, to be honest. I like the harmony, I like the rhythm, I like his ideas. I like how he's always thinking about what people is doing, and then reacting and creating more space for people. Last one, I don't know where last one. I think the last one is Chinese music for me at this moment, just because general, not a particular artist, but in general Chinese music, just because I feel it requires a different kind of emotional attachment, and I have never gone through that part of it. The Chinese music scene thing, understanding the lyrics and understanding what the writer is trying to sing, and it's usually very sad. that if I'm able to channel that kind of music, that kind of feeling through that kind of music, then I think I can apply a lot better with the rest of it.
Marcus Miller for sure. Like he's the one bass player that when I started playing bass seriously, I think he's the one that I checked out the most. Just for his sense of his pocket lah. I think that's the main thing. And then the other guy, right now in terms of bass players, would be Dane Alderson. I just very tasty player, and then just like I just love his playing and like him with the Yellow Jackets is great. And then last one I think maybe Vinny Kuita. I like his the way he commands time. I think is great. Like, and then he's daring to like try different things and imply certain things, right? That will steer the band in certain directions, and like I think that's great. I think that sometimes with music must take a bit of risk. So yeah, I like that.
Paul Jackson Jr. Because I don't think there's any other player that I know of who, like any kind of situation you put him, he'll nail the tones, he'll nail the playing, and his time is like perfect, and he's like an OG, you know, but he's still relevant to today. Second guy would be Scott Henderson. Also, I'm quite a big fan of Scott. He's inherently like a blues player, but he pushes the envelope in other ways, but he kind of stays true to what he started off with. So I think that's kind of attractive to me. And then third one would be Tim Lefebvre, the bass player. Yeah, because this guy has been in every like conceivable kind of band. Like he plays with Derek Trucks, he plays with Wayne Kranz, he plays on the Tonight Show. Like he basically does everything, and like with a badass man bun and a 4-string bass. Tim Lefebvre, the bass player. Yeah, so Tim Lefebvre to me is very like he's the shit.
You need one for your pedalboard, right?
One for the pedalboard. Yeah, I'm using the one that like this afternoon. I'll take one from you.
I'm excited and nervous, but I think it's gonna be good.
Just keep going. You know, once the music starts, there's a pulse. So I'll just let the pulse guide me and take me wherever it wants to go. Own the space, physical space, and also the time space. Done it without these guys. Like we just feed off each other's energy and try to take it somewhere, you know, and I think we did. I think there was a lot of beautiful moments. I hope the audience felt the same, and they received the energy that we gave them, and I will do this all over again anytime. Play again next time.
Brett Mardell and Margina, right? And it's just like a conversation on stage. And it's just like I sat there, right? It's just like my brain cannot comprehend like what's going on. But it's it's basically like communication on like the purest level between two people. I felt like
he does harmony,
Really?
Because Crystal's a singer, so
not much, but it's like the whole thing feels very okay. It's not really like jazz, right? But it really feels very good. They can make it feel very good.
Yeah, it's really not like jazz.
There's a lot of Americana kind of tunes.
In the 60s and 70s, like all the possible harmonic things you can do, they were already being explored in the 60s and now it's all like people are just going to off meters and playing rhythms.
My late father was also a professional musician. He gave me a head start by exposing me to all types of Western-based music. My mom is an amateur but really serious Cantonese opera singer. I developed quite an elevated sense of musical empathy and appreciation from a young age.
My sound is a combination of everything that has influenced me, everything that I grew up listening to, and then that thing that binds all the sound together is through my instrument, which is in this case the flute, and then discovering improvisation, discovering jazz, and that was like the ticket to freedom. When you write music, you really discover more things about yourself, which performing music allows you to do that, but when you write your own music, it really gives you a clearer idea of who you are and where you're going.
It inspires you, I think, when you play with musicians like that. And so I think that together we kind of inspire each other. And all of us are on this so-called journey together to try to better ourselves as musicians and to...
I hear most of my ideas actually when I'm walking, like not when I'm stationary. Like when I'm walking, I usually get I don't know why, but it's just like that. Like I hear a groove. First I hear a basic rhythmic idea. Then I'll think of how it can be expanded into something else. So then I start to envision like an A section and a B section.
So for you, it's a rhythmic idea first,
Yeah.
It's not
it could be mostly it's rhythmic, and sometimes I hear a melody, and then I will try okay, so I hear this melody, then what can be after that? What can come after that? It can be in any meter. Like sometimes it's in 4, sometimes it's in 7, sometimes it's in 13. But it's the development. I think the main idea is one thing, but the development is also quite important.
Any activity program going?
We're going to the circus, the Russian circus. The Russian circus.
Russian circle is the other side.
So we're waiting for a friend to come first, then we go over there. Come. The guy driving us.
You walk!
Run!
You walk some more! Take your time!
Later. We are playing later. I know.
Check the address. We're paying 40.
Thìที่นี่ได้ครับ
Da, da, da.